This now in from North Dakota Republican Senator John Hoeven regarding passage of the infrastructure bill. Senator Hoeven and Republican Senator Kevin Cramer both voted yes in favor of that legislation. North Dakota's lone representative, Republican Representative Kelly Armstrong, voted no. Hoeven says in a news release in specific to North Dakota, quote, "This infrastructure bill is now decoupled from the separate tax and spend bill proposed by the Democrats. That reckless tax and spend bill has not been passed by either the House or the Senate. We strongly oppose that legislation and will continue working to stop it. Americans are already facing higher costs due to record high inflation, and the partisan tax and spend bill proposal will only exacerbate the problem. As the debate continues on the tax and spend proposal, which has not passed in either the House or the Senate, we'll continue to work to defeat it," said Hoeven. The bipartisan infrastructure bill builds on the regular highway bill with an additional $550 billion for core infrastructure in North Dakota and across the nation, including $413 billion for roads, bridges, and highways, $66 billion for passenger and freight rail, $65 billion to expand broadband infrastructure, $47 billion for cybersecurity and floods and drought mitigation, $16 billion for ports and waterways, $12 billion to further efforts to crack the code on carbon capture, utilization, and storage, including for carbon capture large-scale pilot projects and carbon capture demonstration projects, research and development, as well as loan assistance for their infrastructure. Specific benefits to North Dakota include $2.5 billion for construction flood mitigation projects across the country, which would help with projects like the Red River Valley Permanent Flood Protection and Minot Region Flood Protection Project. $1.7 billion over 5 years for North Dakota's roads, bridges, and highways. About $500 million more than North Dakota received over 5 years under the FAST Act, including $225 million for bridge construction and rehabilitation. Reforming the federal permitting process in line with the Trump administration's one federal decision rule to reduce the timeline for larger infrastructure projects. Authorizing over $200 million for clean water in North Dakota through the Clean Water State Revolving Fund program and Drinking Water State Revolving Fund. The Drive Safe Act, legislation Hoeven co-sponsored that would address the shortage of truck drivers by establishing a pilot program to allow 18 to 20-year-olds to obtain a commercial driver's license and truck goods across state lines. The Halls Act, a legislation the senator co-sponsored to provide needed relief to livestock haulers by expanding the hours of service, agricultural exemption to include a 150-mile radius around the destination of the trip. The Regrow Act, a legislation introduced by Senator Kevin Cramer and co-sponsored by Senator Hoeven to plug and remediate the nation's orphaned wells. The bipartisan infrastructure bill is supported by more than 100 groups, including the American Farm Bureau, U.S. Chamber of Commerce, National Association of Manufacturers, and Associated General Contractors. Again, that was from North Dakota Senator John Hoeven. I'm Neil Carlson reporting for iNewZ.TV.